Welcome to the Sports Council.
To me, it was to get that MCC title again, to get that district championship, and then we really want to try to place at state this year. That's kind of what we've been saying, unfinished business and all in, just trying to get everyone involved and trying to get that place at state.
The council is now in session.
With a personality shaped by being an athlete and a background in mainstream sports media, I found that the stories I was most interested in telling were the ones often overlooked, the ones that might not otherwise be told, the ones that show the intangible and not just the highlight reel. The Sports Council is about highlighting the great, the good, the unique, and everything in between in the Pacific Northwest sports world. I'm Jamie Council. Thanks for joining me.
You're listening to the Sports Council on 1340 ESPN, the Tri-Cities leader in sports.
I'm Morgan Schable, and I'm the head volleyball coach at Kamiakin High School. And I have been coaching here at Kamiakin High School since 2011, and then I took over the program in 2015.
So I would say you guys are having a pretty good year.
We're having a fabulous season, super excited for all of them, and we have 9 seniors on our season, or this year, so it's great.
It's nice that it's kind of all coming together. So you guys are MCC champions, District 8 champions, and also the 5th seed coming into the state tournament that starts on Friday. What's going through your guys' head right now?
This year we started off the season with like our slogan of like unfinished business, and that just has encompassed multiple things this season time. Some people have been on the varsity team for a couple years, and so they have a different definition of that. Some of them are like new to our team this year, and they have a different definition of that. I think league champs was like going to be one of them, and then they've always wanted to fight for that first game in the District 8 playoffs. And then we won that first match, and then it was like, let's go, let's try to get this title as well, and they accomplished that. And then now we have another goal for state playoffs, and so we're hungry, we're excited, and not nervous, because we just want to make sure that we impress ourselves, impress everyone else.
Yeah, and I know you guys are looking ahead, but let's take a quick look back. That was a huge win in the District 8 championship,
yes, beating
Gonzaga Prep, the number one ranked team. So kind of walk me through that match.
So it was four sets with that one. Gonzaga Prep is a very experienced team. They have girls that are going to play at the collegiate level. They're a tough team, and I've always, like, our Kamiakin team has always been against them a few times now. Never been able to beat them. But this year, like, we just really were mindful, and nothing was going to hit on the floor without any effort. And we know that they don't make a lot of errors. And so our focus for like 2 weeks straight was like, let's cut down the errors, and how can we do that? And we talked about it at practice time, and man, it just came together. It just happened to come together on that Thursday last week.
So that District 8 championship, that was the first time in 8 years that Kamiakin's done it. Is it your first time? I haven't done the math. I'm okay.
Yeah, for District 8 champions, it was my first time, yes.
So that's a big deal for you as a coach.
Absolutely. Like, again, the team, like they did the work, and we just talked about it as coaches, but they put in the work to do it, and they're super coachable, and that's what was exciting. It's probably maybe my top 2 favorite wins that we've had in my coaching career.
What's your other one?
We had to play against another team to get a state berth a couple years ago, because we didn't have the full seeds, so we went across the state to go play a game.
Okay, but this year is up there, 9 seniors. And talk about some of those players. First, we'll start with Peyton Arland. It's easy to look at her. She's the MCC Player of the Year, and just such a fun player to watch. The person that's hitting it really hard is always going to be, where the fans' eyes draw to.
Yeah. Great kid, works so hard. The first day that she came into her gym as a freshman, you could hear her from across the court, and it was that COVID time, and so we're playing with masks, and I could hear her, when I'm upstairs coaching one team, she's down here and being loud. She is a huge glue to our team, and she's one of our captains this season, and just phenomenal player to be around, phenomenal player to watch, and just a great human being. And I think that's what I like to say about our seniors, that they're just great kids and great leadership skills. So it's fun to watch her. She works so hard, and you can probably hear her right now.
Speaking of the noise in the gym, one thing that I noticed is that you guys have noise going in here. Kind of sounds like there's almost 5 courts going, which is what you will play at the Yakima Valley Sundome on Friday. Is that kind of your thinking of getting them used to those distractions?
Yep, the entire season, like I said, we've had unfinished business. What does that unfinished business look like? And so we were trying to create that environment for that for Friday and Saturday.
Let's go over some of the other players. We talked about Peyton. I'm not just talking about her brother anymore, so it's nice that Peyton's getting her time.
Yes, absolutely.
And Riley, you wouldn't have those good hits without a good setter, and she's been recognized by the MCC in years past. Just talk about what an impact she is of being the person setting up all those hits.
Yeah, another great kid. Like I said, great human being as well. She was with us her freshman year as well during postseason, and we've been running a 5-1 setter with her since she was a sophomore, which means that she's the one setter on our team that's running every single game. Great kid again, because she's touching every single ball. So anytime the pass is happening, she takes the second ball. And so she does a really good job of delivering it to any of our hitters that are on our court. And then just making sure that she progresses and he's the best hitter she possibly can. And yeah, another great kid.
So she can go to the outside to Peyton Arland, or in the middle, Jewel Whitley. It's really hard when you're a wall of having to pick your protection when you have both Whitley and on the outside Arland. So just talk about what Jewel brings to the middle.
Again, another great human. She brings energy to our team. She's our third captain that we have on our team with Riley as well. And Jewel, you can't miss her, because if she's not on the court, she's dancing on the sideline. And I think that's what most fans talk about her, is that she just brings the energy, and it's hard to not miss her, kind of a thing. Great powerhouse as well. And so she's very dynamic, and Riley's able to deliver a good ball to her in the middle and let her roam around across the net. So it's been fun to watch her develop as a player as well. Yeah.
And 6 players on the court takes a whole team. So just talk about some of the other pieces, because you're not going to beat a team like Gonzaga Prep by just hitting alone.
No. Overall, like I said, 9 seniors, and then we have experienced players we have some juniors this season that played with us last year. We have incoming sophomores. We also have a couple freshmen with us right now, and they're just experienced players, and they play so well with each other. Besides having like unfinished business, we always talk about this is a family. And it takes literally all 17 is what we have right now. It takes all 17 to make sure that they keep each other accountable. So anytime they come onto the court, that we are checked in, and this is Kamiakin Volleyball, and that we're going to make sure that we work together. So great defensive players. We have tons of them, which is great. And then overall, great hitters across the net too. So, yep, we have a right side, Kennedy Rose. She's with us. She's one of our starters this season right now. We also have Keola Crumland, who's on the outside. She's been playing, and Yasmin in the libero. We have Lena, we have Bailey, we have Trinity, we have Gracie, we have Alexa, we have Lily. We have tons of them. Yeah, it's great.
And talk about the camaraderie of this team. The first thing I noticed when I'm saying talk about this player, they're a great human being, and you're not going to have that atmosphere without having everybody clicking, everybody getting along. So talk about the camaraderie of this team.
Again, the energy piece, and they have all bought into what family is. Like we've talked about, this is who we spend the most time with in the last 3 months. And in fact, we've been playing in tournaments with each other since last June. And so, great energy. They hold each other accountable to make sure that they go for everything. They are very adjustable, so they are able to be coachable and make different plays. And then we talked about giving high fives with each other this season time as well. So that's really important to make sure that the camaraderie is there. Also on the bench, we've talked about you have a role just as much as any player on the court does. Like, yes, there's 6 on the court, but really we have the entire 14 of them that are on the court as well. And they have just as important role as anyone else. So, and they have bought into that, like, if I'm ready to sub in, I'm ready to go. So,
do you guys do anything outside of volleyball?
For hanging out with each other? Oh, yes. They do team dinners with each other every Monday, Tuesday night with each other. Anytime after a game, they'll go with each other and have ice cream on a Thursday night or on a Tuesday night with each other. Yeah, they do a lot of fun things with each other. So, yeah. And then in the summertime, we're with each other all the time between Monday night leagues, going to camps, playing in tournaments. Yeah. They're with each other a lot.
And you mentioned that kind of the mantra this year is unfinished business. What exactly does that mean to you guys?
Again, for different players. For some of them, this might be their first time playing on varsity. That was an unfinished business that they wanted to get that goal. Some of them have never been to state before. That was their unfinished business. The other girls, it might be like we've been to that Saturday game and we've lost that first Saturday game, which has been not being able to get a plaque. So like that's another goal, is to be working hard and trying to bring some hardware home this year.
Yeah, and you guys are ranked 5th, which is a tough spot to be in because you're still ranked high, but it also is tougher because you're not one of the top ranked teams either that kind of get, I guess, a better seed when you're taking a look at it, where you're going to have to fight for every game. So what kind of conversations, how are you guys preparing? Obviously, we know physically the same thing you guys have been doing all season, but mentally, what kind of conversations are being had?
I was going to say about mentally. Mentally, we know that any team that goes into the state, it is equal playing level. Like right when we start pro seasons, even if we played an MCC team multiple times, it is a fresh start from the beginning with playoffs. And then we know at state, it's anybody's day. Like last year, we were a low-seeded team and we made it till Saturday. We also saw teams that were highly ranked and they were done on that Friday. So I think it's just anybody who's game, and everyone's at an equal playing level, that everyone's playing tough. Everyone's trying to fight for getting a 1 spot, place in second, place in third, something. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about you. You've been coaching here, head coach, since 2015. What's your background?
I played for Kamiakin High School as well. I graduated in 06. And then after Kamiakin, I went over to CBC and played there for 2 years. And then I finished my last 2 seasons at Whitworth University in Spokane.
Okay, and what made you want to become a coach?
I hope my community college coach is watching. He took me under his wing. I had him for club volleyball when I was 16 years old, and then he took a chance on me, so I was pretty excited about that. And then played community college for him, and then after that, he wanted a player to go with them to do some camps. And so he said, hey, come with me, let's go work at some camps at some various places. And I said, okay, sounds good. And I think just working at those camps, I loved it. And it was so fun. And then playing at Whitworth was great. And then I got involved with like NBC camps and coaching club. And I just loved it. And it's an awesome experience. It's different. And you get to impact people outside the classroom because I'm also a teacher. So it's fun to be around high school kids and make sure that they're better athletes, but then most importantly, they're leaving Kamiakin High School with memories and a legacy that they leave behind.
Yeah, so it's kind of a way to give back to what the sport and the people that coached you did for you in your life.
Absolutely, yes. Yep, and then it's been fun that here, even coaching, like people that are at our score table are people that helped me when I was in high school as well, and they coached me, so it's fun to like full circle of how it goes.
Yeah, it sounds like it might be a small community in the Tri-Cities and the volleyball. Just talk about the volleyball community here in the Tri-Cities.
It's competitive, and like you said, lots of people start getting to know each other once you've been around the Tri-Cities and you grew up around here, and really appreciated the support that we do have in the community. Lots of people have reached out to me just saying like, hey, we're coming to your games because we just love the sport. We love the energy that you guys give, and lots of teams have communicated with me and say, go get it, like you guys got this at state. And so it's been pretty fortunate this season to like have love and support from community members, fans, the other coaches in our league. It's been great.
Yeah, because that's kind of what it is in state, that you root for your own team, and then you root for the MCC over the GSL, and then you root for the east side of the state.
Absolutely. Yes.
And you're also a teacher at a middle school. Talk about, I guess, the full encompassing picture of your day-to-day.
It is a lot. No, it's good. Teach at the middle school, and then come here right after here at the high school. Make it work, right? Any coach does that. They have a job and they come here and coach. It's great.
Coming up on the Sports Council, we'll hear from senior outside hitter and MCC Player of the Year, Peyton Arland. But first, we're going to hear from our sponsors. You're listening to 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports.
You're listening to Jamie Council on the Sports Council.
I'm Peyton Arland. I'm an outside, and I'm a senior 2024.
You guys are having a really good year, I'd say.
Yes.
First, just how does it feel just looking back to get that District 8 title that Kamiakin hasn't had in 8 years?
It was a battle. We've been saying unfinished business, and for a lot of us, this has been like our goal for the last 3 or 4 years, just trying to work towards that district championship because we never made it there. And so that's been our goal, and we finally accomplished it.
Yeah, and that was something I talked to Coach Morgan about, was just about unfinished business, no matter what it is. And it means something different for everybody on the team, was how she was explaining it. Mm-hmm. What does it mean to you?
To me, it was to get that MCC title again, to get that district championship, and then we really want to try to place at state this year. That's kind of what we've been saying, unfinished business and all in, just trying to get everyone involved and trying to get that place at state.
Yeah, and what did that walk me through Gonzaga Prep 4 sets? And just walk me through it.
It was amazing. We had a nice crowd, like biggest crowd we've seen this year. The best fans, the best bench we've ever had. We just had the most energy, and I think we sucked it out of them at that point, and we just played our best game. It's just, that's Kamiakin Volleyball. We like to play as a team, and we're a family.
And now you guys have to, chalk that up, but then you have state starting on Friday. So what's the mindset? You guys want to walk away with hardware. You're ranked 5th coming into it, so that's kind of a good spot to be.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're just going to keep playing Kamiakin Volleyball, don't change anything, and just play as hard as we can and hope to come out on top with the state.
Yeah, and
place.
That would put the cherry on top for your senior year, the MCC Player of the Year. That's a kind of a cool accomplishment to get, especially your senior year.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it without my teammates and coaches. They've always been there inspiring me every time, and we're just a big family. We're a very heavy senior team, so we've all been working for it for a long time.
Yeah, 9 seniors. That's a big senior class. So it's kind of do or die, last call for the Kamiakin Boys volleyball team. Well, at least for 9 of you guys. Just talk about the group. I mean, you've probably been playing with them since you were, 8 years old or something?
Yeah, a lot of us, we actually started playing basketball together. There's 4 or 5 of us that have played basketball forever, and then we got into volleyball, and then we've been together ever since. So it's a really strong bond with the seniors, and then especially with the underclassmen, we've got really close as a team, and we're just a big family.
Yeah, and just talk about a couple of players that you really rely on game in, game out. It's apparent to see that you guys are a very close, tight-knit group.
Yeah, I would say Riley Dolvin. She's one of my best friends. Obviously my setter. She sets me up every time. I rely on her to get confidence. And then Jewel Whitley, my other best friend who I played basketball with and now volleyball. She's been one of my best friends since I've moved here from Spokane, and she always hypes me up. She's my personal hype man, and we just encourage each other through the game.
Kind of a not hype man on the team, but off the team. I think it's really fun to see you and your brother's relationship. It seems like you guys have always been supporting each other through Kamiakin Athletics, and Trey's graduated now. But talk about that relationship.
We're super close. We've been close ever since, and he even comes down from Walla Walla. He was here for senior night. He's been here for a couple of games, so he supports me day in and day out, and I go support him too. It's the best relationship you could get for siblings.
Yeah, I see whenever you guys hit your milestones, Jones 1,000 points.
Yeah.
So, you know, it seems like you guys are both there cheering each other on. Maybe not as much energy as Jewel.
Yes,
But.
he's actually, I would say he has more energy on. He goes a little crazy at home, but here he's more calm. He has to play it cool. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely more reserved, at least when you put a microphone in his hand, which is what I see him. And what is next for you? You're a senior.
I'm going to play at Bushnell University in Eugene, Oregon, and I'm super excited. They're amazing coaches and amazing teammates, and I'm just excited to get started there after here. Obviously, I don't want to leave here because I've been here for the last 4 years, and I have the best coaches and best teammates, but obviously you got to move on at some point, and I'm going to have a great next 4 years at that school.
Yeah, are you planning on playing athletics?
Yes, so I'm playing volleyball there, and then I'll continue my education. I want to become an elementary teacher.
Okay, I was about to, that was my next question. You're ahead of me. What, so elementary, do you know what grade?
I think 3rd or 4th grade. I love helping out with little kids. I've always wanted to help people out, so I wanted to be a veterinarian for a while, and then I just decided I wanted to help kids. So when we do like little kids volleyball camp here, it just inspired me, and if I can be a teacher, then I can also be a coach, what my mom did for 20-something years, so I've always wanted to do both and help out.
I think that's really fun. You're finding what space you can make a difference at, because you can do it doing a lot of different things, but that's the one that you chose. That is awesome. So talk a little bit about this group in general.
It's a silly, spastic team. Obviously, we know when to lock in, but team dinners, it's the best environment. We have a great time. We get to know each other. We'll stay at team dinners till 10 or 11 o'clock at a school night. It's just, we don't want to leave each other's side. We don't want the season to end. We've just been so close no matter what. If you came on the team this year, last year, the year before, you're a part of the family, and it's nothing new. You've been a part of it ever since.
And I would even go to say it's kind of a Kamiakin family. I mean, your guys' student section, it seems like they always show up.
Yeah, we have a really good Run Kano section. They've always shown up every year. This year, I'm glad I can be a part of that Run Kano, me and Jewel. And so we have a good set of friends and Run Kano people that show up and show out for our games no matter what.
Yeah, and what exactly is a Run Kano? Obviously, I know it's the student section, but it's a specific organization.
Yeah, so our athletic trainer, CJ Ashworth, she runs it, and there's 7 of us that are leaders. And basically, we're just trying to show community for every sport, not just the big games like football. We show up at volleyball, girls basketball, boys basketball, whatever sport it is, we just want to show that you're supported by the Kamiakin family.
Yeah, and then they're in turn supporting you guys here in volleyball. What's being said around the school right now?
Right now, they're just really excited. Everyone's trying to come to Yakima at 9:45 in the morning, so we're trying to get a Rooter bus right now, and we want the most support, and people want to support us. And then football's on Saturday, so we're trying to get a Rooter bus then for kids to go then. But we just have a really good community at Kamiakin. We all just want to support each other no matter what.
Well, best of luck this weekend in the state championships.
Thank you so much.
You're listening to 1340 ESPN, your Tri-Cities leader in sports. Now we go back to your originally scheduled Seattle sports programming.